So when someone in authority crosses boundaries, often they shift two things onto the victim. One is responsibility and the other is silence. So even in that moment, my mind wasn't saying, this man manipulated me. No, my mind was saying, I'm the other woman. I caused this. That is what shame does. That is what trauma bonding sounds like. And I went and opened the door. It was his wife. She asked if her husband was there. I said no. She asked if she could come in, and I let her come in. Are you having an affair with my husband? I lied. I said no, trying my best to hold my composure. At that time in my life, I believed everything was my fault. I didn't know the language of grooming, coercion, power imbalance, exploitation. I only understood shame. I was Christian spirit, but I didn't realize God was near me, that he was near me in that very moment. The pastor's wife continued talking, and I will never forget her eyes. They were filled with hurt, confusion, and suspicion. She told me she felt her husband was interested in me. She was trying to make sense of something her spirit already knew. And I sat there thinking, Patricia, you deserve this. You caused this pain. This was not an affair. This was sexual exploitation. One cannot have equal consent or give equal consent when there is fear, secrecy, spiritual abuse, psychological pressure, and manipulation. I was the victim of the abuse of power by my pastor. As scripture says, you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. I was unaware of the truth at this time. All I knew was shame. But today I can call it what it was: a violation, an imbalance of power, and a misuse of spiritual authority to gain sexual access. So let me explain what the abuse of power means. This happens when someone in a position of authority misuses their influence or their trust, or they use their control to take advantage of another person so that it benefits them, whether that's emotionally, sexually, financially, or in other ways. So it harms the person who is vulnerable and who is dependent upon them. He started saying things like, he always loved me, that I was the kind of wife he wished he'd married, and that he and his own wife were no longer in love. That was how it started. A touch on the hand, a shoulder, a hug, then a kiss. And before long, I was in a sexual relationship with a man who was supposed to be my spiritual leader. I was manipulated and trauma bonded. I was caught between knowing it was wrong and feeling this unhealthy need to be needed. It took me 4 months to get out of this relationship. I want you to know that you are not alone. It is not your fault. However, it is so important that you get the support that you need so that you don't allow your vulnerabilities to be an open door for predators. I want you to know that I'm here for you. Take my virtual hand. Let's carry this burden together. Let me help you walk on the path to your healing. It may come through spiritual counseling. It may come through a therapist. It may come through a miracle. But I want you to know that we are going to do this journey together. I want you to visit me at powerrestoredconsulting.com. Find out more information there. You can purchase my books that talk about my own personal journey, and it also gives clinical insights. But together, we are going to have your power restored. One story, one heart at a time.